If you want to drill like that, or even better, right? First thing we got to do is drill perfectly. The thing I like to teach my students is there's 6 steps to a takedown. Step 1, you're in a good stance. Step 2, make contact with your backhand by grabbing the shoulder with a thumb block like that on the opposite shoulder. Step 3, hand fight to your tie up. Step 4, set it up by building up pressure, pushing, pulling, faking. Step 5, hit your shot. And step 6, finish 100% correctly. So when you first start wrestling, you don't know a lot. So you're gonna make a lot of mistakes when you're drilling. But the biggest thing is, if I'm walking around with my athletes and I see them reach with their lead hand, and I say, hey, reach with your backhand, you gotta really stop reaching with your lead hand immediately. Never again. Or 100 push-ups, all right? So be disciplined. And as you get tired, it's harder to be disciplined. Like I'm already tired from doing 3 reps. So thumb block with the backhand, hand fighting to your tie-up. Those non-elite college wrestlers, they don't finish all the way. So they'll do all the steps, and then they just go like this. And that's why they never take me down, because they don't finish properly. So you're hitting every rep. You're not lazy. You're exploding through your finishes. Perfect, right? Good stance, good head position. Boom. I'm not being lazy. Hips in. Even when I finish, I'm being pretty explosive here. So there's no opportunity for him to, counter, okay? Number 2, this is what a lot of people have been asking about. How do you become a good practice partner? The way I like to think about it, I'll actually let Steven explain a little more, is every rep is your rep. So whether you're scoring the takedown or not, every rep is your rep. So you want to explain that?
Yeah, so the biggest issue we run into with wrestlers in general, especially at the youth level, is that if it's Evan's rep, the other guy is not giving him the proper looks. Meaning it's Evan's rep, and I'm the partner. I'm looking around out the window, seeing the parents, and I'm just not focused. I'm not really giving him any sort of realistic reactions. The way I help the kids develop with being a better partner is to think, when it's his offensive rep, it's my defensive rep. It doesn't mean every time he shoots, I sprawl. Go ahead. Doesn't mean every time he shoots here, I'm jamming his face in the mat and I'm, here and I'm scoring the rep. What it means is when he shoots, I'm doing a partial defensive rep. So I'm doing something to maybe put him out of position, to maybe force him to do a different type of finish. And it'll look a little bit like this. He takes a shot. I might move his head and I get to here. Once I get to this position, maybe I get to here. I'm going to let him work through and still get his reps. He shelves and finishes. So depending on how good you and your partner drill together, you can give harder reactions or less reactions. So you kind of have to gauge. If my partner is very good, I can give him good hard defense. I can move his head a lot. I can scramble some with him. If my partner's more on the beginner's side and his fundamentals are not very good, my defense might look like just a light sprawl, just a little sprawl here, and then forcing him to finish correctly. The extreme version of this, being a good partner, would be, let's say I'm much better than my partner. He's not very good. Maybe he's newer to wrestling. Maybe he's been wrestling a long time, but I'm a lot better. If he's making a mistake, I correct him without stopping. So he takes a shot. Maybe I sprawled and I got him here. Instead of stopping the drill and being like, oh, hey, get in here and fix position. If he doesn't know how to adjust from here, I'm going to pull him into good position. So I've defended it a little bit. He doesn't really know what he's doing. He's just holding on for dear life. I'm going to kind of wrestle. I'm going to pull him back up into good position, and he finishes through. So there's a balance as a partner of one giving resistance, giving a lot of resistance and giving him different looks. But at the same time, if your partner is having an issue with something, you don't want to create a bad habit for him. So if he's shooting a high crotch and every rep, his head's on the mat, his arms are getting extended, ease up on your defense, and if anything, pull him into good position. Another example here, just take a bad shot. Just cut the head way down right here. Example like this. If my partner shoots like this, instead of just punishing him every time, maybe he doesn't get the idea of it, pull him up in a good position. And I can do that without stopping the drill. I don't want to have it where he does 1 rep and then I'm correcting him for 3 minutes every rep he does. We want to get a lot of good reps in, and I'm either giving him high resistance if he's good, medium resistance if he's medium, or if he's on that beginner side, I'm pulling him into the right position to get him some reps so his body is getting to the right position and he builds on that habit.
Yeah, and just remember, every rep is your rep. So even when you're not scoring, you're working your defense. If you don't drill like this, you're gonna have really bad habit of not being good at your defense. Think about it. If I give no reaction and half of my drilling is the person just shooting in a match, I'm not gonna be good at throwing my hips back and actually sprawling. So this is just a good habit you should be doing. Not only will it help your practice partner fix their position and get better at wrestling, it will also help you with your defense and have a natural ability to just throw your legs back, work through positions. Let's go through one more elongated one where, say Steven hits a single on me, I sprawl first, right? This is the basic one. Okay, now he starts going backside. I slip the knee. Now he has to climb above the knee. I keep my other leg away. Maybe I step and kick. He has to hold on. I stand up and face him. And then he has to, maybe
go funk roll maybe.
And I go funk roll. And he has to drop to his knee and finish the takedown. So it's your job to get your practice partner better. Practice partners can help. And it's your job to get them better. You need to prepare him for everything. This is your teammate. This is someone that you want to get better. It's my job to prepare Steven in the practice room so that when he goes out into a match, it's not the first time someone tried to funk roll him. It's not the first time he had to score from a crackdown. It's not the first time he's had to, finish when the person's stuff in the head. So you need to prepare your partner so that he goes out in the match and is just ready to rock and roll. And you want to give them as much variety as possible, right? When they shoot on you, I'm trying to help my practice partner out. So every rep he does, it's a sprawl once, it's a shove your head to the other side, it's a sit the corner once, right? It's giving him these looks so he really understands how to wrestle through his position. Then I'm going to get so good at my defense. I mean, Steven can let you know, like, we got good at defense from drilling like this, from just being so comfortable when people are on shots, allowing people to pick the leg up, but continuing to give that defense every single rep. So while you're getting better 50% of the practice, me and Steven are getting better 100% of the practice. Now, the third one, very similar, chain wrestling. You got to go take down to escape. You got to go take down to turn. It takes only a few more seconds. It makes the drill tougher, and it really allows you to work on getting escapes immediately. And I would say takedown to escape is probably more important than than takedowns to turns, because escapes are more important than turns. Because you have to be good at bottom. You have to be good at neutral. You don't have to be that good at top. It's good to be good at top. It's a big advantage, but that's a little my point on that. So every time we're drilling, we're always going takedowns to escapes. And you'll see the chain wrestling in also the finishes, right? So I'll drill right here. I shoot in. He sprawls. Boom, I switches my head in. Right, I'm here. Yeah, whatever he wants to do. Try to get a little funky with it. And then right when I finish, he starts getting his escape. Okay? And I want to make another point with that. So Steven goes to take me down now. Right, I'm giving him some defense like we just talked about. He's working through his finishes. Right when the takedown happens. When does the takedown happen? When the ref gives points. Okay? You go right to your side and wrestle from your side. And go right to your knees. Never touch your stomach. We don't belly out unless you're giving up back points. I go to my side and I wrestle from my side here and then go right to my knees, okay, and get my escape immediately. But as I'm escaping, now it's my rep to get the escape, right? So what does Steven remember? Every rep is his rep. So he's on top. He's giving me feel here. So that every time I get an escape, it's not always a quick escape. Maybe he has a Western hook in and I have to do a Western counter one of the times. Maybe he goes crossface on me, so I have to get used to being the crossface. Maybe he goes head lever on me, and I have to get used to drop my elbow. He's preparing me to escape on everybody. So that's that highest level. And as you learn more techniques, you got to give your partners these looks, okay?
One more thing with this too is, in general, people are lazy. And so I think the reason why you see a lot of people in college drilling where they go and don't finish their reps fully is because they don't have a coach overseeing it, telling them, hey, finish your reps, score your points. If you decide that your base drill is going to be takedown to escape, you're at least ensuring that you score the takedown. So if we just say, hey, let's go takedowns back and forth, and we're lazy with it, let's say I'm lazy with it, we're going takedowns back and forth, and I'm kind of going here, and when neither of us are really actually getting any points, kind of going here and drilling like that. If you say in your practice room, you're always drilling takedown to escape or takedown to pin, and then the guy fights off and gets the escape, I'm at least going to make sure all of my athletes are scoring that takedown. Some will go above and beyond and drill great. Some are going to be on that lazy side, and they might still look like this, but at least they're going to be getting the takedown. You'll even have guys, kind of let off here, which is not a great idea, and let the guy get that easy escape. But we want to make sure at a bare minimum, we say takedown to escape is the drill that we're doing as a team, and it ensures that you're at least getting points on the board and working on your finishes. And then with that, like Ebbett said, the top guy, it's his rep too. So I'm giving my partner different looks. He's earning the escapes, and we're not necessarily going light, top, bottom. Once you get that takedown, top guy's going pretty tough. Bottom guy's getting his escape, but I'm holding my partner accountable to proper technique.
Yeah, and the last thing I want to touch on is I do believe in working your defense as well, defensive takedown. So I do like drilling defensive takedowns to turns because you're defending a shot just as much as you're shooting in on a shot. And the same goes. So when Steven hits a shot and I'm scoring defensively, it's his rep. He's setting up his shot. He's hitting a good shot. Even when he gets in on his shot, he's gonna give me a feel here. So he's giving me the feel. He tries to crack me down. Boom, I gotta wrestle here. I'm the one scoring, but I gotta be able to wrestle from these positions.